Great morning to you all. I hope you all woke up grateful this morning. You're given another day to get it right. You're given a brand new day to create whatever it is you'd like your day to be. I hope you've reminded yourself of all the things that you have to be grateful for. All right. Primarily that you're alive today. All right. And you've been given another day. So that's exciting. All right. Understand everything from yesterday is yesterday. Leave it there. Look at it for what it is, not what you would wish it to be, not what you would like it to be, not what it should have been, nor what it could have been. All right? Look at it clearly with no emotion attached for what it is. All right? I hope that any limitation is pushing you to be creative in your life, and I hope you're not getting blocked by it. All right? I hope that you're seeing every obstacle in your life as a chance to evolve and push past things. All right? It's time to grow as an individual. I hope that you're understanding that you're more than this physical being. All right? I hope that you understand that you're sourced by infinite, unconditional love that loves you no matter what. All right? Now, in this love, there's a knowledge of the all-knowing. Everything that's ever been created, the knowledge of it is there. Okay? Why? Because this great consciousness that wants expansion and evolution and wants a magnificent life experience for us all is fueling us with all that we need. All right? Our bodies can heal itself. The world can heal itself. All right? We have everything that we need right inside of us. How we choose to govern that and how we choose to make our choices from that and the free will that we're all given. Hey, good morning. um, you know, that's up to us. We're creators primarily. All right. We have the opportunity and we're tapped into the infinite possibilities of what can be. So every day, as long as you open your eyes, you've been given a gift of another day for your experience. And that's why it's called a life experience, because it's merely an experience. Okay. And it's for learning. Why is it for learning? Because we're supposed to learn how to maneuver ourselves in a loving way throughout our experience to get the most out of our life. But all of that, again, is a choice. Okay? We all have choices. Everything that happens to us, hey, if we're seeing it for what it is instead of what we would wish it to be, or what it should have been, or what it could have been, or all of the things that we attach to it for validation and for, this leads us in the wrong way. All right, so Wendell's ready to join us this morning. All right, so let's get him on here. How you doing? Great morning.
Good morning or great morning. I actually like that. I like that analogy. How you, instead of saying good morning, people think like you're wishing someone a good morning. But when you say great morning, you're already speaking in the energy and anticipating a great morning. So good on you for
Well,
that one.
that's what it is. You're creating it to be that. And that's why I've recently changed good mornings to great morning. I had to step it up a notch.
Yeah, you always have to step it up a notch.
For sure. That's what we want, right?
If you didn't step it up a notch, you would not be Toby Staples, would you?
Thank you. I needed that this morning. I really did. I needed a boost of energy,
Mm-hmm.
and you just gave it to me. So I'm really, I haven't been online. I wasn't online yesterday. Other things happened that I had to deal with. So
Fine.
what I asked you right away, though, is before I forget, I need you to resend me that email. I can't find, I've got 8 different email addresses. I went through, all, yeah, don't ask. Okay. So I was going through all the emails, but because I hadn't checked them in 3 days, the accumulation of what I was filtering to try to find that email is huge. Morning, Trish.
8 different emails.
Yeah.
You have one for every day?
No,
Gee.
I've just maintained all of them that I've had over my life.
Ah, okay.
You
So I'm
see?
thinking
And
you,
with all of the new advancements and creations, well, hey, they just keep adding to it, right?
yeah.
And then
Um,
the 2 new ones for the website, and then it just, but that's okay. I can deal with it. I
yeah.
just have to get creative. And this
Yeah.
sun is purposely coming in. Oh, I love that sun though, but I'll take it out of my eyes. There we go.
Right. That's a good sign. Remember that song on the Flintstones? Let the sun shine in, wear it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the light shine in.
Yes, sir. Oh. Hey, so I want to congratulate you on that diploma that I saw up there, that
Thank you so
certification.
much.
I salute you,
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
I'm very happy that yes, you jumped on it and you did it. I'm very happy.
I'm very surprised at myself actually. Not to say that I doubted myself or anything, but it's just that, when you look at your achievements, right? You look at the things that you've accomplished, and then you look at the things that you failed at. And when you put the balance together, it's kind of like, you know, you're like, okay, so the things that I achieved at, I never thought I would achieve, but the things that you failed at, you know you're gonna fail at, if that makes any sense, you know?
For sure, for sure. But
It's just crazy.
now that you have that certification, I can guarantee that now you're itching for more.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It's like, okay, now what's next, you know? Not to
There
say that I
you
want
go.
more, not to say that I want more, but I get what you're saying. You know, it's like, okay, what can I attack next, right? Yeah.
There you go. There you go. For sure.
Hmm.
No, but I'm really happy. I saw that post just briefly. I just went online quick, but I'll be online today. I've got some stuff that I have to figure out and fix. But
Okay.
I've done the learning, you know. Yeah, look at that. Trisha's congratulations, Wendell. Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Tracy.
Okay, so
Uh,
you know what? I want to talk about all kinds of bunk today.
all kinds of bunk today. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, but it's not really bunk. What kind of time do you have?
I got I got an hour.
Okay, sounds good. So I don't know if you want to put on a timer, you can. But look, let's get right into it this morning.
Maybe I should with it. So speaking with Toby Staples, I think I need to start putting some timers on now because Toby can take it. Toby can take it. Toby can take it. We can talk for 5 minutes, and next thing you know, you look at the clock, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, it's like
You know, be
2 hours.
careful, Wendell, sitting there from Calgary telling me I can take it. Yo, you don't know what kind of sick twisted mind I have, eh? Great morning to you,
I
Wendell.
got a very small idea. I pick up quickly. Don't get me wrong. This old whippersnapper's been around for a little time now.
Hold on here. Life begins after coffee? All
Yes.
right, let's do this.
You know.
Ay.
All right, so let's get into it. So what were
Okay,
you
so you know
saying?
what I want to mention, I want to bring out this morning is I want people to understand why people have interactions in their life. Okay?
Okay.
Because we all have interactions in our life. Now, we all have to be also aware when somebody else in our life is having unhealthy interactions that involve you. Let's just say you're not making bad choices, but there are people around you making bad choices, and whether you like it or not, it affects you.
That's true. Yep.
Okay. Okay. More than we like to acknowledge it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But people need to understand this morning why it is that people seek out interactions. In other words, people need to understand the different types of cheating. Okay.
Yep.
And
So
understand there's a physical cheating.
Yep.
And there is an emotional cheating.
Yep.
And there is also a spiritual cheating.
Yep.
Okay.
And there's also a
And
Facebook.
Pardon?
There's also a Facebook cheating.
Yes, there is. Actually, there is, and we can address that today. But
Yeah.
once they understand the fundamental reason about why people need interactions, they're going to see things. You see, you know what? A lot of us are entangled in shit or have been, and we've allowed it, making excuses for it instead of seeing it for what it is.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, if women or men are entangled in relationships of any kind, and they are making the right choices for that relationship, but the partner is not making healthy choices, they have to understand why. And they have to not blame themselves for it. Okay? Because this is where the problem stems from. The other partner who this is being inflicted on, they start to blame themselves.
Right.
And they start to doubt themselves. And they start to be fueled by anger and shame and doubt and guilt and denial instead of looking at stuff for what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's really, really bad. Okay. So that's why this morning I want to stress people need to understand why they have interactions in their life, because everybody is seeking to fulfill a need. Okay. And that's the fundamental basis, I think. But I'd like you to add to that. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So now I want you I want you to interject at the end so that I can explain it fully.
For
Okay?
sure. For sure.
So, okay, so cheating is so everybody seems to think that, I hear a lot of women say when they talk about cheating or their partner cheating, they say, well, men are born to cheat, right? Like cheating is a decision that a man makes to either find some sort of self-validation or to get what he's not getting in the relationship that he's in at the present time. So to excuse me, to paint a clearer picture for those that don't understand what I'm saying. So like if I am in a relationship and I'm talking to my partner and my partner is not being supportive, my partner is not being loving, my partner is not being intimate, my partner is not being um, like communicative, right? Now I'm in transition of not only staying in that relationship, but I go to work, I go to the grocery store, I just go all about. Now, I happen to bump into somebody that actually gives me what my partner is not giving me, right? Total stranger. So now you start to question, okay, well, if a total stranger can acknowledge that I need this, why can't my partner? Now, instead of going to your partner and saying, okay, you know what? I don't think this is going to work, and I'd rather start something with this person that I just realized can give me what you can't give me. I'm just gonna slowly see what this guy is about because maybe he might not be real, right? Maybe this could be a fallacy in my mind. So I start talking to this person while I'm still with this person. Then I start getting into intimate conversations with this person while I'm with this person. Then I start developing this attraction and this desire. And now it's coming to the point where stuff's getting really serious now and it becomes turbulent. So now in that turbulence, you don't realize that, oh my gosh, like now I'm dating two people. Like now I'm involved with two people at the same time. So how do I tell this other person? I don't want to break their heart. I don't want to make them feel guilty. Oh, what if they think that I'm a player or I'm a dog or I'm a this or I'm a that? I'm just gonna roll with it and wait till it comes to the surface. So this way it'll be easier to disengage from that other person. So that's generally what my perception of actual cheating is. But that's just like innocent little cheating. Now you have, people who are married that go into, I don't know, a workplace, because I hear these kind of stories all the time. You go into a workplace, and because you have to maintain a professional relationship with somebody, and you're constantly with this person, you start to become comfortable with that person.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you become comfortable with this person, now you have a tendency of, letting down your guard, and you start sharing intimate information, personal stuff about you. Then next thing you know, you have a work relationship while you're still in a relationship. And some people always think that I have one issue with this one person and I have no issues with this person. So this person is more meant for me than this person. When in actuality, after you leave this person for that person, you realize now that you have 10 issues with this person and you're like, oh, what did I do? Oh, I should have just stayed, right? So I think that cheating has a lot to do with what's the word I'm looking for? It has a lot to do with distraction, you know, the inability to focus on your own relationship while you're engaging with somebody else. And also, if you're in that moment where you're not happy in a relationship, and rather than trying to fix your own relationship or end that relationship in a respectful manner, it's easier to jump to the next boat while your paddle is still over there, kind of thing. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yep. Yep. Definitely. Okay.
Like me
So I
personally,
want,
sorry.
are you, sorry, are you done with that? You were
Yeah,
going to keep going?
I
No,
was just
keep going if you want. I'm,
gonna. No, I
keep
just want to
going.
add a little something. So this
Go
is the
for it.
reason why, like me as a person, I'm not a cheater because I know that there's karma that comes along with that. I know that there's a lack of respect or lack of self-respect that comes with that, and there's also um, that fear that if it's like for these people who have this mentality that they can go ahead and cheat on their partner, they'll never know what a real relationship is. You know what I mean? Because they're living in this fallacy that, oh well, I can just leave this relationship, go into another one, and I know what a relationship is, right? When in actuality, if they knew what a relationship was, they would stay with their partner and work it out regardless
Yeah.
before they go elsewhere. So that's all I wanted to
True.
add.
True. Okay. I want people to understand today. I'm going to address you guys all out there. I want you guys to understand there's 3 types of cheating. Okay. And we're all misunderstood about, oh, well, because I didn't touch her or because, I didn't cheat on you. That's bullshit. Okay. And I want you guys to all understand that. Listen, if you're in a relationship, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, I want you to think about this today. If your partner who you're investing all your energy into can sit there and lust over another person in front of your eyes, sorry, that's spiritual cheating because the energy that's being pumped out in that lust and desire is real. Thoughts produce feelings. That's spiritual cheating. Okay.
That's right. Right.
Now, emotional cheating is simply this: there's no communication in between the two partners in the relationship, but yet you can find all the communication for the outside interactions in your life.
Right.
Okay. And everything around you is affecting you emotionally, but your own relationship isn't. And you can't focus in. That's emotional cheating, people. Okay. Physical cheating, we all know what that is. But it all starts with the spiritual. All of it. When you see I don't care if this goes for men or women. Okay? When you see that you have attached yourself to anybody who is not giving you any attention, any comfort, any support, any motivation, any inspiration, any drive to be a better being, you have to let them go.
That's right.
That goes for a man or a woman.
Right. Absolutely. Very well put, sister.
Thank you, Wendell. Thank you,
Very.
Wendell. But you know what? A lot of us are entangled in stuff that's really unhealthy.
Oh,
And you know what? You can address it. Listen, and I'm not saying destroy your marriages, and I'm not saying destroy your relationships, but what are you settling for? And what is it costing you to watch that? Because as your partner is doing that, and as you're settling for that, you are filling yourself with shame, blame, guilt, denial, non-acceptance, whole heap of judgment, hatred, anger. Hey, it's a roller coaster ride.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
And
But
that's not on you.
no,
That's
you're
not on
right.
you.
Absolutely
That's
right.
choices that other people make. And if you fail to watch really what it is, the arguments of it are going to be, how could you do this to me? And what are you doing? And what about me? And da 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 da. Nope. Sorry. Doesn't work like that. You got to cut them loose.
Yep,
That's
very
how
well.
it's got to be. Why do I know this? Because I'm living it. Simple shit. All right, Wendell. Back to
Da,
us.
da, 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 da. I was waiting for
No,
the
but
da.
seriously. And you know what? I realize now that this is why I've accepted what I've accepted for so long, because I'm not sitting there going, oh, okay, no, I'm going, okay, I'm
Yeah.
learning. What am I learning? I got to get the most learning out of this, because should I ever be in another entanglement with somebody, I am bringing my greatest self and nothing but. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying, and that's exactly it right there. So, it's funny because most of the times when we have a failed relationship, let's say, right? And we're going on and we're trying to find that person, we're going through the cycles, we're doing what we have to do, but at the end of the day, the one thing that we just keep end up doing, sometimes we do this subconsciously. We always, always, always compare the new person to the past person, right?
Yeah, but everybody's unique. You can't do that. And no
No,
two people will
exactly.
make you feel the same, right? That's
Exactly.
impossible. It's impossible. And that's what we failed to look at.
It's true.
Look at the learning with whatever entanglement it was for that individual interaction. And don't base anything else on it. See it for what it is, not what you wish it could be or what it could have been or should have been or all of that shit.
Exactly. And I find that when people are cheating, right, they don't realize that their actions speak, like their actions tell you what they're doing. Like
Their
90
energy tells you. Their
exactly.
energy tells you.
So
Simple.
so 99% of the time when someone is cheating on you, they're they're not going to come and say I'm cheating on you. That 1% might, but the 99% of the people that are cheating on you, they mess up somehow. You either find a number in their pocket, you find I don't know, lipstick on a shirt, or for guys and girls, for girls and guys, it's you smell their perfume on them or something, right? So I just find that when it's such a, I don't want to say a cowardly act because that's a little too much, but I mean it's like if you're bold enough to go and get that person and make that first move and get into that relationship, you should be just as bold to be able to go up to that person and say, hey, listen, you know
That's right.
I need to tell you something because I actually uh something happened or whatever the case may be, it's got to be broken down in a certain way. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
for sure. For sure. But you know what? Cheating is real. It's so real. And then what is cheating? It's not somebody doing it to us. It's we're allowing to be cheated.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Okay? Like in my situation, hey, he's not cheating on me. I'm allowing myself to be cheated. You
And that's
understand?
another, yes, that's another thing too. Thanks for bringing that up, because that's another thing too, is that when you're in a relationship, sometimes you kind of get a little lazy, right? So when I say lazy, I mean like,
No, but there's lazy and there's outward seeking. There's two different things there.
okay, but I'm speaking of one thing here,
Okay. Okay.
what you were just saying. So when I say lazy, I mean like, you get into the relationship, everything is nice, and then you have a tendency, okay, that's all I'm gonna do for now. I'm just gonna watch this person and see how they develop, or how they react to certain things, or wait for the next scenario. But in reality, what we should be doing is we should be creating that picture as opposed to just sitting down and waiting for it, right?
That's right. And every day that you wake up together in a relationship, you have a chance to create a beautiful day together, no matter what it is. Doesn't matter what you lived the day before. You both get up. If you consciously decide to stay in the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, like, you know what? Honestly, over the past year, there are so many times that I have been spiritually cheated on right in front of my face. I
Oh
have
yeah,
been emotionally cheated on constantly.
oh
The
yeah,
only thing that's lacking is the physical. And why? Because I was there. And had I not been there, well, probably it would have led to physical.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. So, because of what I saw, that spiritual side, and because I feel energy. So,
Mm-hmm.
what I see somebody doing, there's nothing that, you know what? When I see it and I feel it and I know it, that person can't tell me any different.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, put it this way, for all the, for both men or women, if you're addressing problems in your relationship, like I have been, you address it, you talk about it. Communication's key. You have to understand that you are allowed to disagree.
Yeah,
Everybody's unique. Nobody is supposed to have the same exact perspective, okay? But when you have two people and you try to, get past all of the hard stuff, and you try and try and try to talk and communicate, but the other person is non-receptive,
yeah,
or there's nothing reciprocated, you gotta step the fuck back. Excuse my language.
yeah.
Because at that point, you're cheating yourself, you're robbing yourself. So it doesn't matter if you're man or woman.
That's true.
Everything in your life is either taking from you or giving to you.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter what it is. And it's all by simple choice.
yeah,
So remaining in a state where you refuse to see it for what it is
mm-hmm.
primarily the problem.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just a
And
second.
Wendell, that's why this morning I wanted to stress to everybody about the three types of cheating, because people need to understand that it's not just about physical. If you see your partner reaching out to women that have no business in his life, hello, red flags. Okay, don't be stupid. If you see your girlfriend reaching out to men that have no business in your life, come on. If you two are a team and you're living together, but your partner is trying to keep bringing people into your relationship that have no business there, walk the fuck away.
Yeah, I've been there.
Okay, walk away.
Perfect
And you know
example.
what? People become habits in our life. We get used to it. Okay, we get used to it. Simple. It becomes a habit. And then we be, oh, well, I don't want to hurt them. And, oh, my, what am I going to do? Who gives a shit what you're going to do? Because doing anything is better than doing that.
That's true. That's true. I just wanted to say a quick good morning to Sylvie Macomo. She's a very good friend of mine. And she was watching one of our videos the other day, and she messages me and she's like, hey Wendell, she goes, what's going on there with your videos? And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, I really like the dynamic of how you guys are talking. So I was like, wow, okay, thanks for that. She's like, yeah, she goes, I was so drawn into your conversation the last time, and I watched it all the way to the end, and you know, you guys have a good little chemistry kind of going on there. So I was like, okay. So I just wanted to share that positive feedback with you because I forgot to tell you this before, but Sylvie,
Yeah, I saw her before say good morning, and I said good morning there when she came on before you had jumped on. I really love the fact that people, are getting the most out of this stuff. And it's food for thought, you know? People have to want better in their life for change. And you can't force feed that on anybody. But what you can do is watch what you're accepting for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and look, Trisha's welcoming you, Sylvie.
yeah.
Look at that. Welcome, Sylvia.
Trisha's
Yes, Trish.
another one too, eh? Trisha's one of our big fans. I like her
Listen, no,
comments.
you have to understand, okay? I come from the ghetto all my life. After we moved from the country and I moved to the city, and Trisha's always looked out for me ever since I was like 10, 11 years old, okay?
Yeah,
We came to the city, I can say 11. Listen, Trisha's always been that neighborhood mom, rougher than fuck because she had to be, okay?
yeah. What's that?
And she
That
kept many, 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 many people good, and she still does, okay?
yeah,
Simple.
good stuff.
Not the ghetto, it's the hood. Yes, that's right. And my
She
mom is still
recognized that
there.
for me.
And you know what? I love that place enough that I became president of the co-op there for a couple of years
Wow.
just to
Okay.
make a change. And you know what? I love the place. Like, hey, my mom is still there, my son's still there, my stepdad's still there. Like, yes, the hood is amazing, and it is. It
Yeah,
is simple because that's where the realest people are.
that is true. That
Simple.
is true. Because
You,
if you
you,
could
you
live,
know,
if you could
you
be in
find
an
that,
area, if you could be in an area where, you know, failure is expected and you end up succeeding, absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
but that's another thing too. What's failure and success? You know what? Failure and success, I've said it before. It's just whether or not you've been able to see your learning. That's like, you know, it depends what you define success, because success to most people is the big house and the big car and the feeling established. But if they can't be a loving person to themselves and others, they failed ex- extremely,
Yeah, absolutely.
because they're done that too. Move to the country.
Yeah, so Sylvie is a country person. Like you and Sylvie, I think would get along very well because
Well, you know what? I was born in the city, but at a very young age, a couple of months old, we moved to the townships, and that's where I lived until my parents got divorced and my brother had two strokes, and we moved to the
I
city.
think Sylvie lived in the townships too. Or if I'm wrong, Sylvie, go ahead and type that because if I'm not mistaken, I think you told me you lived in the townships before. But anyway,
Yeah, I lived in Cowansville, and I lived in Brome,
nice.
and I went to Knowlton Academy for all of my elementary.
Rome
Eastern Township. I have a lot of family,
was
and there's a lot of family in the townships too. And I have a
okay.
lot of friends that have gone to the townships too.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's country. That's my roots. And that's why I think I'm so tough, because, hey, I had to do whatever I had to do, right?
So what is it about the country?
Oh, she's in Stansted. Hi. You know what? My dad was out in Sherbrooke, so I passed Stansted all the time going out to Magog for my dad, out to Sherbrooke before my dad passed away. Yeah, yeah, she's in the heart of the townships. She's in Stansted. So she's
Sylvie
out near
represents.
Magog, and yeah, 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 yeah. Welcome, Sylvie. Glad. Hey, enjoy the townships, girl. Breathe that air in for me. Woo,
I think
yeah.
you both,
Let me
I
live
think you both would get
vicariously
along very
through
well.
you. Yes, yes, yes.
I
Oh,
think
yeah. Pardon me?
you, I said I think you both would get along. You both have that similar kind of energy. Like I have these kind of conversations with Sylvie all the time. So I think you guys would have a good chemistry there.
Well, you know what? My heart wants to be back in the townships, but
Cool.
the way my body physically is operating right now, I don't think that I could endure that right now. You know, unless I had, you know, like we all need people. Like honestly, if I was in the ideal situation right now, Wendell, with the ideal relationship going on, buddy, you know, something, it would be very possible for me. But my reality dictates different.
Reality takes things different, all right. That's just a nice way of saying it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But you know what? It's all for learning, so I'm okay.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I
Nothing wrong
really
with
like how you're glowing this morning. You're feeling good. I like that. You're finished your
yeah.
certification. You're doing your stuff. I love it. I love it.
And it's funny because, um, like if you turn the clocks back, like a year or two or something, it was like total opposite. I was going through a really dark time in my life. Not to say dark as in like, I was thinking of like to that low, but I mean I would never stoop to that low. But anyway, I was just thinking like, why is it that at 50, I can't seem to get a grasp on things, like I was always struggling. I was always not failing, but you know, I always wanted to move forward, and then it was like the wheels were spinning, but I was going nowhere, right? So it's like, okay, so this is what 50 is about. Like, is it about me going into my car and just stepping on the gas harder, but still not going anywhere? So I got really tired of that. I got really tired of that. And then I just said, you know what? Like, I have two daughters, so I got to make sure that they're okay in the future if something should happen to me. Like, and that was another thing too. Like, I was just thinking, well, if something was to happen to me right now, I would not be able to help my children, my kids. Like I would not be able to support them. I would not be able to, send them money or anything like that. If I was to pass away, all I have is just my furniture and my car here to leave them. So, and the car's not even mine. So anyway, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna try and really push to change, make a change. So my ears were always open. I was still doing my job and everything, but my ear was always open. And when I heard about this opportunity and this chance, I was like, I think I should pay attention to this. And again, we're different. I talk to God. So I talk to God. And I was like, dear God, like, what is this about? Like, is this a test? Should I take this? Should I just leave it? Where's my direction? And then when I started working at this local job, you know, all these new people were coming in, and when they were coming in, they'd sit down and they'd ask me these questions. They're like, well, how do I do this? And I'm like, didn't you just go to training? Like, how come you're not understanding it, right? So I was like, here, I'll show you the easiest way. So then I show them. And then all of a sudden they start feeling confident. They start doing their job better. My boss is coming to me now and he's saying, what are you telling these guys? Like he's like, what are you telling these guys? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm just telling them what the trainer should have been telling them, basically. And then that's how it kind of snowballed into, I get this email, random email from work telling me, oh, we're looking for some trainers. We're gonna start doing this little training thing soon. So if you're interested, just reply yes or no, right? And I was just like, I was staring at this email, I swear, for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, training, interesting. Should I reply yes? Because I'm okay with doing safety watch, but I kind of would like to do something different. And I said, there's a lot of new people. I've been there since 2017. I know the program inside out. I know the job inside out. Why not? This might be easier for me. So let me just say yes. So I say yes, send it, right? And I think it was after we had a talk. We were talking about we were doing that video about. I think it was one of the first videos. Anyway, so I get this email. No, sorry, my phone rings, and then I see this guy David. I know him. He's part of dispatch, right? So he calls me and he's like, "Hey, Wendell, how's it going?" I said, "Good, good." He goes, "So I'm wondering, like, oh, I'm like, oh, there's a job coming up." So I'm thinking I'm gonna go out of the province, right, and do my regular safety watch stuff. So he's like, "Yeah, so I got an email here about you being interested in the training program." I'm like, oh yeah, because I totally forgot that I had done it, right? So it was just funny. I was just like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. And he's like, okay, so he goes, we're gonna do a little meet and greet on Monday. So come in on Monday, we'll do a meet and greet and so on. So I'm like, okay. So I went in there on Monday and I kind of went there on a very neutral and liberal mind state. And then I sat there and I just listened. I said, let me listen to this openly because there might be some things that I have to do that maybe I don't want to do or maybe I wouldn't like to do, right? So he's like, you just gotta, you know, he goes, just tell everybody, explain to everybody what the job is. You know, people are coming in, like you've been out there, you have so much experience. You started as a foreman, sorry, you started as a regular safety watch, then you went to a foreman, you went to a couple different projects. So we think that you're the best example, so people could actually get hands-on experience because you were there, right? So I'm like, interesting. And I'm like, okay. So he's like, listen, he goes, I want to give you this job. So he goes, it's either you take it or you go back and work your local job. But the only thing is that you're only going to start really making money like August or September because that's when it's going to really start getting busy. And I was just tired of just sitting at home like 3 days, you know. I mean, that's why when you came to me with this, I was like, oh, thank God. Now I have something to do between the two, right? And now both of them seem to be, you know, going at the same momentum. So I know in my heart that I made a very good decision in these two crucial decisions that I have to make. So this is how the power of decision making kind of come into like choices, like we were talking about, right? So
Well, every choice, this is the way I like to see choices. Every choice that we make is either going up a ladder or down.
yeah,
Everything. It's either taking from us or giving to us because everything is transactional, right? So why wouldn't we want to pick what's best for us all the time? That's
yeah,
not being selfish. That's not being greedy. That's
right,
actually being self-loving. That's
right.
putting, like, you got to matter. And I'm really glad that you're harnessing that. Like, yes. And look how it makes you feel.
Yeah,
Now, if you had making any other choice, you would have remained stuck in
that's right.
that comfort of the known.
That's right. That's right.
But you had to be, and it's a little fearful, obviously, with the choice you made because you weren't sure if you would like it or you wouldn't. These are common questions we ask ourselves,
Oh yeah, yeah,
So this is decisions and choices. Where where did that choice had to come from? You had to seek it in your heart. You didn't
exactly,
look for it in your head,
exactly,
right?
exactly. Yep.
So,
And
like, and
go
this
ahead.
is another thing. By making the right choice for yourself, you didn't cheat yourself out of the best thing for yourself.
Yeah,
So your interpersonal relationship with yourself, you didn't cheat on yourself because people need to understand that's possible too.
oh yeah, absolutely.
And it comes down to every time we do things that are not right, you're cheating on yourself.
Yeah,
Simple. Because you're cheating yourself out of the best option for you, you know? Off to an appointment and have an awesome day. Sylvie, you're
thanks to
amazing. Enjoy
Sylvie.
the townships. I wish you all the wellness at your
Thanks,
appointment.
Sylvie. I'll chat you later, Sylvie. Sylvie's
you know?
a good soul.
So I think we touched base with the cheating this morning.
Yep,
And people understand there's a spiritual cheating, an emotional cheating, and a physical cheating.
yep,
And now we've just mentioned about the interpersonal cheating, like if you're cheating yourself or not, and you're a perfect display of somebody not cheating themselves,
yep. Thank you.
okay, which is huge. And it really ties into this morning's topic, huge.
Yeah,
And, you know, you can't put anybody before yourself, no matter how comfortable you've been no matter what your comfort's been for, no matter how long it's been, right?
yeah. That's right. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
How much time we got, Wendell?
15 minutes.
Oh, really? Okay, so you know what? This morning, guys, we've made it very, very clear about the different types of cheating and what you should allow for yourself. But I think you know that when it comes down to it. And the more you allow things in your life that are unhealthy for you, well, hey, and you see all the people that are in your life that are throwing you curveballs in your relationships. Like all the people that come at you and hit on your man, and all the people that come at you and hit on your woman and all of that. Listen, they're out to get you, people. Okay, simple. They're out to destroy your relationships, and they're not happy for you, or they wouldn't be doing that. Simple.
Yeah.
Everybody in any interaction is trying to fulfill a need in their own life. So stop seeking it outwardly. Look within yourself primarily. Okay? Because you know what? People are going to be people, and people are going to be shitty people. It doesn't matter. But what you accept for yourself matters. Okay? And I can't stress it enough. You guys matter the most. And yeah, all the cheating yourself out of the best, you got to stop that. Okay? You got to make better choices for yourself primarily. Seriously. Okay? Wendell, I'm going to give you the floor for 5 to 10 minutes, whatever you want there before I wrap it up.
Okay. So yeah, just to reiterate what Tobi said, we we really need to value ourselves as a human being, as a person, and we need to respect the decisions that we make towards our own progress as well as the progress of others. Um, you know, we're gonna make mistakes. We're human beings. We're not perfect beings, and from our mistakes, we need to learn from them. I think that the reason why mistakes were actually even were created was strictly for learning and not for you to be self-destructive or self-doubt, like creating all these negative energies on your own personal qualities. I mean, we all go through certain things in life. Some people deal with things differently, but at the end of the day, it's the same result. You know, success is success, failure is failure. You know, and not everybody is built for success, but everybody can succeed through failure. So there's a very big difference between the two. I think that we need to take life a little bit more seriously, not in the sense that, we need to pay attention with what's going on the outside, but more so on what's going on the inside. You know, we all have hurts, we all have demons, we all have pasts. I think that if we can heal what's going on inside, then it's like we're going through this life with glasses that are fogged up, right? So what we're dealing with stuff, we just need to take the glasses off, wipe the fog off, put it back on, and then it's, oh, okay, now I see what's going on here, and just attack it because we're warriors. We're built
Mm-hmm.
with all the tools necessary to win any battle. The, the
Yep.
thing is that we have to use the right tools for the right battle. If you use the wrong tools, so for example, if you want to hunt a bear and you have to use a shotgun, if you're using a pellet gun and then you're wondering why the bear is not going down, you might want to revisit that, right? So that
Oh,
being said, you know, we all just got to stay positive. I know the world is a crazy place right now. Don't think too much as to what's going on in the world. Focus more on what's going on in here because this is your world right here. This is what you have control over for the most part. And this is the only thing that you could change. What's going on out there, you can't change it. You have no control over it. Whatever out there is going to happen is going to happen. So all you have to do is prepare yourself to deal with what's going on out there and figure out a way to get your artillery, whether it be a shotgun, a missile, a rocket
yeah.
launcher, the
Oh,
world's
should I PM you my address? Is that a delivery coming, buddy? Because I could use that right about now.
So choose your battles. Everybody says, "Oh, choose your battles," right? I believe in something bigger. It's not about choosing your battles. It's about choosing your weapons, right? Because you can choose a battle, but you're not going to win that battle. If you choose your weapon towards that battle, then you could win that battle if you choose the right weapon. If you understand what that, there's a subliminal thing. So I'm going to leave that with you guys to kind of let it fester and boil in there, and then you guys can think about that. And then next time you guys come on and you check us out, we can discuss that if you want.
Love you, Trish. Have a great day.
Have a great day, Trish.
Okay,
So
so listen, I'll address you guys all to wrap it up this morning. Wendell, it's been great talking to you. Always.
You too,
You know
Tobi.
what? I really, really appreciate the time that we have in the morning to start the days, you know? Seriously,
Absolutely.
it fuels me for a better day, and I hope it does the same for you.
Oh yeah, it does. It so does. Absolutely.
And I really hope that everybody's getting the most out of it and just get, food for thought. We're not here to blame anybody, shame anybody. We're here to show you guys to get the most out of life. Okay? Make better choices. I will tell you the things that are very hard to hear. And I will tell you the things that nobody else will tell you. And Wendell is on board with that. He's doing the same. We're here to make a change.
We're real.
Understand, we don't get paid to sit here and do this. Okay, we do it from our heart because we
Right.
believe in change. Simple. All right.
So,
You guys got to create the most out of your day. Believe that, hey, any limitation, get creative. Any obstacle, it's time to grow. It's time to evolve. Don't stay stuck in the comfort of the known because you already know what's there. Move past it. And if you don't, well, you're going to stay stuck in all the shit of that. See it for what it is. Chalk it up as wisdom. No emotional charge. It doesn't matter what person, place, thing, circumstance triggered you to feel any way. Get over yourself. That's what it comes down to. How long are you going to stay upset at things that have nothing to do with you?
yeah.
That's the question today. Okay? Things are going to happen. We all have a simple choice. Yes, we can be triggered to be upset. Yes, we may not understand it, but it's not your journey. Okay? Seek the learning and seek the good in every situation. Like, make it mandatory. It doesn't matter what's happening. There's good that comes out of everything. Why? Because you're having a unique experience here. Nobody will see the experience the way that you will. Nobody. Okay? Your perspective of things, the way you can create. Listen, we are all creators. Tap
Right.
into your truest power, remain there, and you can make anything possible. Why? Because you're possible. It's
Yeah.
as simple as that. Okay? Love yourself enough to not cheat yourself any day of the week. Okay?
Yep.
Tomorrow's not promised. So as long as you're cheating yourself, staying in that comfort of what is really unhealthy, because, hey, let's get factual here. It's happening. Doesn't matter if it's a relationship you're in, doesn't matter if it's how you're treating yourself, and it doesn't matter if it's a work situation, it doesn't matter what it is.
Yep.
Stop cheating yourself. All right?
Yep.
I love you all. Get the most out of your days. Hey, you guys are love and light primarily. You're fueled by an unconditional love that loves you. No matter what. All right? You matter the most in your unique experience, without a doubt. Harness that. Simple. Wendell, love and like
Tobi,
my brother.
you matter
Love
the
and like my
most.
brother. Pardon?
You matter the most.
You know what? You matter the most too. And you know what? I'm harnessing that. And it's difficult because the comfort of my chaos is hell, right? That's what so gravitational pull to stay stuck in that is real. It's heavy and it's something that I have to battle every day now.
Yeah.
But I'm coming up for air slowly but surely because
Yeah.
my seeing of what things are is very different than another, you know?
You'll see. You'll survive that. I'm confident about that.
Oh, guess what? I'm already healing it.
There you go. Good job. Good
Love
job.
and light, my brother. Have a great
Like my
day.
sister. You too.
All right.
Have a good
Everybody, love you lots. Get the most out of your day. Peace.
Have a good day, folks. Thanks for joining us.